But then she would do this thing. It was really interesting. The technology is amazing. So she would find a position, and then she would hit a button and go, and then all of a sudden on the screen, it would render a 3-dimensional image.
Ooh.
And we got a couple really cute, if I can, I will, if I'm allowed, I'll check with Kelly. I'll include one of them so you can see really like you can see her face.
Wow.
It's really cool. This is the Gray Hair and Daycare podcast, with a combined age of 111 years and a combined IQ right in that same range. Your hosts, Frank Sirio and Carlo Russo. Welcome back. Here we are.
We're back.
And it is, are we going to do the hand thing again like we did last time?
Episode
10. Episode 10.
I forgot we did
I
that.
like that. We did it, so we spontaneously did it, so like almost like synchronized swimmers.
That we are not, but
No,
we can't even speak.
I sink. So,
Episode 10, we have made it. We say it all the time. We have made it.
We
to
made
10.
it to episode 10.
Oh, goodness.
And also to the last day of 2024. This could be the end of season 1 for us. We could
wow.
Season
We've
1.
already had a season.
Then we could say we're already in season 2.
We've been renewed. I heard it's a season 2.
Picked up for season 2.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed season 1. It was wonderful for us.
It was.
Happy New Year's.
Well, yeah, Happy New Year. So this will be out there on New Year's Eve. So hopefully everybody's having very safe and fun.
A lot of stupid, what they say, a lot of stupid people out. A lot of, no, not stupid people. A lot of, what's the word? First timers. What's the word I'm looking for?
Novices
driving and drinking. Because, a lot of them, they just maybe turned 21 and they're celebrating for the first time.
Yep.
They're out at the bars. So watch out when you're driving.
You got to be
Uber
careful.
is very cheap.
That's right.
Very cheap.
The last few years, we were kind of hit and miss on if we do anything, if it's just stay at home. But we would do the hotel.
Yes.
And just, or go to the casino and you're there. You don't have to worry. You got a hotel room you can stagger up to.
We did that for a long time. Yeah. Get the room. You have the dinner usually with the hotel. They give you the champagne. They give you the food. And you can dance. And then when you're ready to go to sleep, you'll go to sleep. Nobody's driving around. Yeah. So hopefully you guys are doing that.
But yeah, so hopefully a early happy New Year.
Yes.
So as always, I am Frank Sirio. I am 55 years old, and my wife is 27 weeks pregnant.
Yes.
So we have the produce update as we usually
produce
do.
size.
I was talking to my brother. He called, which again made comments about how my brother doesn't watch. He recommended several. He told me he's been spending time. There is an audiobook about Anthony Fauci. What? It was 26 hours. He got through that. 26 hours on Anthony Fauci in an audiobook, but clearly has not heard anything since the spaghetti squash for us, which would have been like episode 5.
Spaghetti squash was so long ago.
It was a long time ago.
So,
but he did say, why is it always I'm like, I don't know, because it's a common...
But he knows it's always produce?
I guess.
Well, so he's listening?
I don't, but he said spaghetti squash. He didn't say cauliflower. He didn't say a leek or a scallion.
Scallion.
So I'm guessing, no. Based on what he was telling me he's been listening to and reading, there's no way. He's been very busy.
Fauci has been taking up all his time.
Anthony Fauci, far more important.
All right,
to my older brother.
Be better. Do better, Mike.
That's it. So the actual update is a large eggplant.
Oh, I do love eggplant. I know I say the mulia.
Yeah, I love it.
I say it all the time that I love these things, but the eggplant.
Yeah.
Little melanjana.
There's a place supported by Antonio. Do you ever get order from them?
Supported by Antonio.
Yes. So remember Antonio's downtown?
Sure.
Well, that family, they have a little restaurant. They do takeout. And so that Antonio's is no more. So
their eggplant is...
They have a pizza with eggplant, slices of eggplant. It is fantastic.
Girl, you are
absolutely fantastic.
All right, well, we know where to celebrate our 100th, I don't know, our 11th episode. Our season
That's
2.
Right. Season 2. That's right. We're going to have a rap. We have to have a rap party for season 1. Right.
Eggplant pizza. Okay.
That's it. So the size of a large eggplant.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyesight is continuing to develop.
Oh, so good.
She can blink. And interestingly, her taste buds have developed.
Really?
So I don't know what she's tasting.
I don't want to know, but okay.
The taste buds have developed.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
we're getting close there, buddy.
And we'll talk more about it later. But we had a doctor's appointment, so we got other updates. Yeah, so we'll be talking later in this.
Giving you a little bit of
just a little teaser.
There.
Taste buds, eggplant, and more to come. so that is the produce update.
An eggplant now. That's pretty big. I mean, what am I thinking?
An eggplant,
right? Yeah, right. That's a.
Yeah.
We gotta.
There's something there.
All right. That's awesome. Okay.
That's fun.
That's awesome.
So this has become, again, pretty much every episode as we predicted it would. Mm-hmm. We're going to move right into I Was Wrong. A little bit different, though.
What?
Do you have any? There was a lot of controversy. Uh-huh. Is there anything you would like to add? Thinking back through the episodes, anything you'd like to add as far as an I was wrong?
I'm sure it was wrong. And the funny thing is, Trina will come up to me and say, this week you talked about this, that, and the other. And you were right, but so it wasn't kind of wrong. It was kind of like I see it one way, and they see it, even though we get to the same spot at the story. So I don't know about being wrong. But there's ways that maybe because she also said, when we bring up something, she goes, I listen to see if you're going to make up a story, like, make it more than it is.
Yes. If you're going to
embellish,
right.
Or you're going to stick to the facts.
Right.
And she goes, you've been pretty good.
You've been pretty good. You have to embellish sometimes. We're doing a podcast, and you get some humor a little bit out of it. I don't think we really have to.
Not with our parents.
I always say it, real life is interesting enough.
Yeah,
you don't really have to. But I wanted to give you that opportunity because.
Thank you. No, I'm still taking my win.
There you go. There is some feedback from your lovely wife and mine.
My wife has something to say about it now.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So she commented on Facebook.
Okay.
Regarding the name Madeline.
Okay.
You did not just shoot it down.
Oh God, what did I do?
You shot it down twice. She said,
when you hate something, you stick with it.
So you got, for both your boys, you didn't know until they were born whether it was a boy or a girl.
Correct.
So she tried for Madeline twice.
Oh, that's
and you shut it down. Now, this is the thing.
I seem so bad.
So twice, poor Trina tries for Madeline, shot down. Then she also makes a point that you said in one of the episodes that you thought Madeline sounded like an old lady name.
Absolutely.
Yet, your choice was Graziella.
I never wanted that.
She's now okay.
I went the family route. I never wanted it.
You didn't want? Okay.
No.
She said that you wanted Graziella, and she did say it was your grandmother's name. Right. Okay, but you didn't really want that.
No, I just stuck with that whole tradition we talked about in episode 6. I never was sold on it, but I thought if we did have a girl and went non-traditional, Madeline was not going to be the one.
Madeline wasn't going to be the one.
No, but okay, I'm going to go back on this. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, because if I knew that Madeline could and was sometimes called Maddie,
right,
I'd have been sold.
Really?
Yeah, because there's a Maddie that's
this could change things.
There's a Maddie that's it's in our lives now. There
could be a little sister.
I love the name Maddie. So if I was reminded of that or told of that,
somebody had brought that up,
back
this
then,
means
Maddie
it's really Trina's fault.
Yeah, Trina, if
you're pitching a name, you got to pitch all of the advantages of the name.
Exactly.
You can't miss on Maddie.
So Maddie. So if I knew that, I would have.
You would have went for it.
Even though it didn't matter.
Because Maddie's cute.
Maddie's very good.
Yeah,
Even though it didn't matter because we had 2 boys.
Yep.
But at least I wouldn't have sounded like a jackass
Right.
and said, I don't want anything to do with that name.
Nothing.
So
Now, what I thought was interesting was I was reviewing this, and I'm not sure if there's a grudge, if there's something going on now, but my lovely wife, as I was reviewing Trina's I Was Wrong that I was going to be bringing up, she pointed out that Trina mentioned to her that there was another Carlo was wrong in...
Is this, what's going on today? Am I being attacked here?
I don't...
I come over here with good intentions.
This is the kind of gotcha journalism I have wanted to do for so long.
Now that I have you.
That's it.
Not only my wife, but your wife.
We talked about having a go bag, and you're like, I don't think we had a go bag. And Trina says,
she did tell me
said, that. We had a go bag. I had it. We were ready to go. So apparently, but that was Kelly bringing that to me. Trina did not bring that.
You are correct.
Okay.
When I got home, she did say you're kind of wrong.
Okay.
We kind of had a go bag.
Yep.
But I kind of put it together. It wasn't something that I don't think we got together ourselves. Maybe I'm wrong there too. Who knows? It's 23 and 18 years ago.
One of our wives will point it out.
Oh, absolutely.
If you were wrong.
Absolutely.
So this is my favorite episode of I Was Wrong because I wasn't wrong.
You have not been.
It was all. I even asked. I was like, so was there anything this week? She's like, no.
I honestly think that your wife wants to be a lawyer. She's finding things.
I will say, this is one of the things.
And I like it.
This is one of the things about my lovely wife that I learned very early on is she is, no matter what the subject is, no matter what it is, you could bring up something that neither of us know anything about.
Okay.
Right? Tell us about the best, tell us about the best restaurants in Tbilisi. Right? And she'll be like, well, on me. She will always put something out there, and
she has information.
She's brilliant. Like she knows all kinds of stuff,
smart.
but she also will always take the counterpoint. It's like she went to she must have been in a debate.
Oh yeah, club.
Always to the point where sometimes years in to our relationship, at one point I remember saying to her, just once, I want you to say, you're right. Just don't argue. Don't take the other side. Because half the time she doesn't even mean it, but it's just her conversational style. It's very interesting. So she could have, but so in short, I think she could be a good lawyer.
She could be a great lawyer.
She could be a good trial lawyer.
So yes, Kelly and Trina, you're both right. I was wrong about the go bag. I guess we had a go bag.
Go bag.
Of course we probably had a go bag. I don't know why I said no. I mean.
Yeah, you must have had one.
You know why I thought I said no and we didn't? Because our first was 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks early. So I thought, maybe not ready for that. But Trina told me, no, we had one.
We had one.
So
there you go. So that was the I Was Wrong, which
that
really was.
Carlo was wrong.
Carlo was wrong.
So wait a minute. I have to.
Okay.
I had 1 week of celebrating my win, and now it's
true.
like down with Carlo.
No.
He will never be right again.
I feel like there might be a grudge.
There's
I'm not
something
sure.
going on.
I don't support it.
It might be because you asked her to write me a letter.
I asked her to write you a note. Just a little.
note.
Write him a little note. I can hand it to him. Be cute.
Give him flowers.
I don't think
Buy him
so.
a gift.
Yeah. No,
I love you, Kelly. Trina, I love you as well.
We love them both.
We love them both.
So that's I Was Wrong. And we're going to move into another perennial favorite, the Silver Fox mailbox. So this I think is very interesting. So one of the things that I have learned in doing the podcast is I have this one service that is like syndication for podcasts. So you upload the podcast and it sends it out to Apple and Spotify and
this is how the work.
And then it basically aggregates all of that information so you can see how many downloads you have for each episode, and you can see where they're happening.
It's like an
so that's how I know my brother doesn't watch because I can look and see, Tennessee is still at 4 downloads.
And we know who the 4
Yeah, and that's it. So you can see it. And then we have several from all over strange parts of the world. Ghana.
Really?
Yep. Russia, like there's Vietnam,
Vietnam.
just, like interesting little, like just one or two.
Okay.
But there has consistently been, I believe we have a fan who is consistently listening to the podcast in France. Because it has, since the beginning, every week, one more download. So it's only one. It's like one person.
One.
And we don't know. Could be an expat. Could be somebody who's trying to learn English.
Right.
But I thought it's nice, and it's nice to see there's a country.
That's cool.
And somebody is out there in France who listens to the podcast pretty much every week, unlike my brother. So I wanted to say, so I have a message. I'm going to try very hard to pronounce this correct.
Oh, this is fun.
So, nous ne savons pas qui vous êtes, mais nous vous aimons. Merci de votre écoute. Which means...
I'll have the chicken.
Which means, yes, I would like the cheapest wine you have. It basically means, I don't know who you are, but we love you and thank you for listening.
We do
so
love you.
Whoever you are, I hope I didn't if
You sounded great.
If French is, I wrote it out phonetically.
Okay, well, I don't know how to speak or understand what you said, but it sounded like you knew what you were saying.
That reminds me of the last time I had to do anything like that with French. I have on occasion for family members, close family members, sang at people's weddings. Right? So I sang at a couple of my niece's weddings. Mm-hmm. My sister got married, and my brother-in-law is French Moroccan, speaks multiple languages. Everything. But so I offered that I would sing at their ceremony.
Really?
And thinking I would sing in English. And I suggested like the Louis Armstrong version of a song that is a French song, La Vie en Rose.
Okay.
And my sister's immediate reaction was, "You can do it in French."
No, I can't.
So now I had to learn.
Really
I had to get them to. I was like, okay, like I'm not going to learn French.
Right.
So they wrote out the whole song.
Wow.
It phonetically in French, and I learned the song in French.
Amaze me.
I don't remember it.
I can't even speak English.
That was it. But that was a challenge. That was the first time I had to perform in a language I had no idea what I was saying.
Then your brother-in-law probably went, well, that was...
Oh, no, they listened several times. Yeah. No, it's
Say
more...
it this way.
But my sister, she speaks French very well.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was fun. But anyway.
So that was great. So
whoever you are in France, we love you.
Paris. What's his
Paris.
name?
Pepe Le Pew.
We don't know his name. We don't know his name.
Oh no!
Or
no.
In general,
I imagine Pepe.
Awesome.
So the rest of the Silver Fox mailbox, we've had lots. We get lot. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but are you going to speak Vietnamese to the?
No.
I don't have others.
Only one download in Vietnam.
Oh, they said, I'm done with this.
Any of these countries, you get up 4.
Yep. You're learning their language.
You get to 4 or more. I'll be Ghana. I'll be Swahili. Whatever it takes. That'll be it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
So moving on. So on YouTube, we got some different comments on YouTube from listeners. Sharon comment on the last episode. Okay. She enjoyed the lullaby. And talked about
very beautiful. Oh my God! I hope you guys enjoying.
I'm glad.
More to come. Oh my goodness.
She talked about her dad played guitar. Her uncle's a professional guitarist, but her dad would play piano and guitar and sing for them and with them. She talked about that. Very nice. On Facebook, Christine mentioned something that I did not. I know this stuff as strufoli.
Strufoli.
But you will know it, I think, as pignolata.
Pignolata.
Okay, so that's honey, so apparently the Sicilian is pignolata, and the Napolitan is the strufoli. So I've made that, but she was
nuggets.
Yeah, she was responding to. We had put out a Facebook post about like what are the things you did with your kid Christmas time, and she mentioned that, but I'd never heard it called that. I've made strufoli, but it's so messy with the honey. But it is good.
Yes, that was a traditional plate we had to have on the dessert table at the holiday.
Really?
Always. Shout out to my cousin Dora. She made them, and every year, and my aunt Josie, she made them as well. Okay. And we look forward to it all the time because you have your cup of coffee and You grab one little nugget, got that
little one at a time, but then you're sticky.
You're sticky all day.
Yeah.
You're sticky all day.
But they are good.
Yes.
They are good.
Pinulata. Yeah.
So that's it. So Pinulata. So that was from Christine.
Thank you, Christine. Yes.
And then we had lots of different listeners with Merry Christmas messages and things like that. Katuna among them. So thank you for
keep it coming.
Yeah, absolutely. The more of that stuff, the better. And certainly any ideas you have for us to talk about, subjects, things with your kiddos, very interested to hear.
A lot of ways to get a hold of us. The social medias, our Gmail accounts, which you'll get all that in the end.
I've had to learn, I never had Instagram, so now I have Instagram. Okay. It's exciting.
Instagram is fun.
And now I've learned TikTok, so the government's going to cancel it.
TikTok is getting,
Although it seems like Trump likes TikTok, so he's like, we're going to see what we can do.
Might stick around.
Maybe they'll stick around. But yeah, so we're on TikTok, we're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook.
Yeah, we're everywhere, baby.
We are all over the place.
We're all over the place.
We're overexposed. So,
well, season 2 is coming. So
season 2, we got picked up. Season 2, we're very excited. So the next thing we're going to move into, we haven't done this one in 4 weeks. Not a huge update.
Okay.
But I thought it's been a month.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Check Please. So, if you recall, the last time we did this,
I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I said like $800.
You're supposed to be, yeah. So, but we were at $1,077.98.
Okay.
1 month ago. So, as because I enjoy the guessing game so much, you can ask a couple questions if you want.
All right.
Kelly will count.
Now, I'm skewed with this because every day, like I say, when I come over,
there's all these
boxes.
I'm going to say, set that aside. Most of what you're seeing there is Christmas.
It's just what. Okay.
In fact, really, there has been only one area where we have invested.
Okay.
In when it comes to this,
I'm going to ask questions.
Sure.
First question.
Was
there furniture purchased in that 4 weeks?
No furniture.
No furniture.
No, okay. No furniture.
No furniture. And second question. I'll give myself 2 questions.
Okay. I can do this in 2 questions.
Yeah, I can do this.
It's like name that tune.
I'll name
that price.
Name that list. Was there toys?
No. These are neither toys
nor
no
furniture. No toys. We're talking about maybe. Now I'm just talking myself.
Sure.
Clothes. I'm going to say the new total is. Let me look at the old total so I don't.
$1,077.98.
$1,077.
So just under $1,100.
All right. I'm going to add 4 weeks. I'm going to say we are $125 more.
So you're going to say roughly $1,200.
$1,200.
$1,202.
$1,202, something like that.
The real total.
Oh God, the real means I'm wrong.
$1,401.95. Now,
why am I so bad at this?
And this was all
buying.
This is all in one purchase.
Oh, okay.
But we had talked about a little bit about this. The one area that I have been assigned for requisitioning stuff is for baby monitors.
Yes.
So that was a Google purchase for the cameras that we're going to use.
Knowing you,
so
you looked into it.
I did a little research, and the Google cameras were very well reviewed.
Google camera,
and we set one up as a test, and we've got the other. So we're
using them now as our YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. There will be better coverage.
Yeah.
On the child.
So you're good with the monitors now.
See, I think we're set up. We're ready for it, and then as furniture arrives, I will be able to install and arrange them.
When are we painting the room? When is the room being?
I have to admit.
Yes, please.
I think Kelly is a very patient woman.
Yes.
Clearly, if she's living with me.
Right.
So she has been talking about the things that we want to have happen.
Okay.
In the baby's room, and we had selected stuff. There are some lighting fixtures that are on their way here from overseas. We're not sure when they're going to arrive soon, but other than like cleaning out the closet and having ideas, I have not made any real progress in the baby's room.
Okay.
So I've got to get on the stick.
Yeah.
I've been just distracted by this
podcast.
Yeah, by the podcast, it has required some time and effort. Also, I've been completely thrown off by how late Thanksgiving was this year.
Right.
It's like all of a sudden it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Or in this case, New Year's Eve.
Right. Yeah.
So I gotta get on the stick with that stuff. So I'm hoping over the holidays be able to catch up.
And we've set the baby's March.
Yes, March.
That's
right around the corner. But the baby's not going to be in the baby's. The baby's going to be in with us.
With you guys.
So I keep telling myself, oh, we got some.
I don't need to do anything until
I'll just do it when I'm sleep deprived and sad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So but no, I've got to, hopefully in the next couple of weeks get some of that work done.
That'd be nice.
But so that is check, please.
Yeah. So the total again was
1401.95.
1401.95.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'm bad at this game.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
I'm always off like $200.
Well, so you can start.
But now I got to do my You
can track up a little bit next time. Remember.
All right.
Okay. So now we can move on to
please.
What just happened?
What happened? Okay.
So the most important thing we have not talked about since the last episode, there was an announcement made. If you saw it, a special episode on Christmas Day that announced that baby Josephine is the name that won. Right now there's cheering in Auburn, Alabama happening right now.
And there's crying in Liverpool, New York.
But yeah, baby Josie. So that's the name.
Yeah, I love the name. I told you it's in my family currently.
Yep. That's fun.
It's so my Aunt Josie. And again, I disappoint Trina with not allowing.
Now it's a hat trick.
I did the hat trick. I did the hat trick
3 times.
I've never
Madeline, please. Nothing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
at the very least, it wasn't
tonight.
Jasmine Bubbles.
It's not Jasmine Bubbles.
Oh,
Luis. Carlina Louise.
That's right. So Josephine.
So now it's not.
Now I don't have
anymore.
to say my. Yeah. Now I have to look. I have to start to get
Kelly
used to say Kelly and Josephine
Josie.
or Little Josie.
Little Josie. What do you want to call it?
I think Little Josie. I like Little Josie.
Okay. Yeah. Well, congratulations for everybody who voted.
Yes.
And thank you for the names that came in.
That's right. So we did say that whoever won wins a T-shirt. So Marie in Auburn, Alabama, you will have a Gray Hair and Daycare podcast T-shirt.
Let us know what size you want.
Let us know what size, and we will get it to you.
And your address and all that good stuff.
Yes, we have that.
Oh, that's fun.
So
we'll have people out there wearing proudly our beautiful merch.
Our merch, that's right.
For season 2.
That's right, season 2. This will be vintage now because it's from season 1.
We got all new designs.
Already worth money. That's fantastic.
Baby Josie, I love it.
That's it. So the next thing up to talk about is, and you can probably hear, I'm a little stuffy.
You got a little stuff.
Yeah. So it's that time of year. So Kelly picked something up when we were away at my brother's Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
And she's been sick for a couple weeks and didn't want to get better until she infected me. So she has started to improve though. Yeah. So she's feeling better. I now have a little bit of a cold.
Sure.
But the fun thing this week, the big thing was we had a doctor's appointment with a new big time, like the big important scan.
Ooh.
But it started with the glucose tolerance test. So do you remember this with?
No.
Okay. So I don't know if this is a new thing or not.
Tolerant.
A glucose tolerance test is done at this point in the pregnancy to determine, it's for gestational diabetes, right? To determine what's going on.
I'm going to say I do remember that.
Yeah. So basically they give you like looks like a little juice box size syrupy thing. And so this morning, the morning of the doctor's appointment, Kelly couldn't have anything to eat. She could have a little something, like a snacky thing, but no carbs. So she could have like an egg or something, but no carbs, no sugar. And then like an hour before the appointment,
juice box.
She's got to chug the juice box within 5 minutes. Like you can't sip on it.
Oh,
it's like, shot. Yeah, you got to drink it all. And then she basically asked, we have to make sure we get to the appointment, and then they immediately draw blood.
Gotcha.
And then in a couple weeks, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure where she is, she'll be fine. I don't think she's going to have any trouble with with the gestational diabetes
Right.
stuff. But so there was that.
We got that going on.
So we had that test, but then right into, so you go in, it's like you go in the waiting room, they call you in, they take the blood. Then, and of course, the girls try to take blood. And I don't know, I've always been like, when they take blood at the doctor, it's like they start and it's just like, oh, it was like.
I generally have
never
no
brought.
as well, yeah.
Kelly, she tried in the left arm and they didn't get enough, so they had to do it again in the other arm. But it worked out okay, got that all done. So then the next thing is the ultrasound. So now I'm thinking, okay, her belly, like I sit down, I'm in a chair next, she's up on the table and her belly's right there. And I'm like, this is a lot bigger than it was last time. So I'm like, we're going to get some interesting images this time. So get in there, it puts the jelly on her belly and she's going around. And this girl's just working like crazy, taking measurements and doing all this stuff.
She's like a tailor. She's making
everything. It's amazing.
She's making a suit.
Everything looks really good. And then it's like, so, but I have no idea. Like they're going through, it's up on a TV. I don't have, I'm getting glimpses of like, that might be a head.
Yeah. You have no idea what you're looking at.
But you really don't. But then they give you while they're doing it, they'll identify something and then they'll take measurements and see where everything is.
Right.
So what's interesting is, and then they give you this report. So I actually brought the report.
Ooh.
So it gives you percentiles for
where you're
biparietal. Basically, the diameter of her skull.
Okay.
The circumference of her skull.
Absolutely.
The circumference of her abdomen and the length of her femur. And then they plot it all so that you can see kind of where you fall percentile wise. And this immediately, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, so and then they also estimate fetal weight.
Okay.
So she's like 2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh, wow.
Right now.
Okay.
And that would be like 48th percentile. Okay. So and of course, I don't ask anything. Like I just keep my mouth shut at the doctor now ever since the first trouble.
You ask no weight questions.
I ask Kelly questions later. I'm like, what does that mean? So the 48%, we're going to go get pancakes. 48th percentile. And so is that all babies? Is that female babies? Like, what does that mean? And she's like, well, I think it's all babies at this point.
Babies with daddies that are 55 years old and older?
Yes, is it old daddies? So 48th percentile of all babies.
Okay.
So I guess that's right in line.
Right there. Yeah.
But and then there were but there's little variances, right? And the thing that I didn't understand is, and this is just kind of basic math.
Okay.
But the diameter of her skull is 48th percentile.
Okay.
The circumference of her head is 23rd percentile.
Oh, that's a little lower.
How is that possible? Because as far as I understand it, the diameter of something is directly related to the circumference of something. So how does that work?
How did the picture look like?
Now, we'll talk about the picture, but immediately I'm thinking, I'm trying to picture like all of the horrible misshapen things. Like, what is it? She's gonna have like a ZD? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Did you not ask?
I did not ask. I asked later, and of course Kelly's like, they're averages. Like they don't. I think what it is she's banging. This woman is banging around with this thing, and then she'll like put a dot on the screen and they're taking measurements. I don't get it. So I just think it's one of those numbers is off. Like
48, 23.
And I'm going to guess that it's the 23.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's all those measurements.
As long as they don't go, oh, this is interesting.
As long as there's nothing like, what's that?
This is a first.
There was, haven't seen one of that. Look, I think there's
you guys are human, right? No, okay, just asking.
There's a Matchbox card. No, there was none of that stuff.
Okay.
It was all that stuff was all good. And then what they do, I think, just to be nice, just to make it fun for you, because they're going so fast and they're taking all these pictures.
Sure.
But then she would do this thing. It was really interesting. The technology is amazing. So she would find a position, and then she would hit a button and go, and then all of a sudden on the screen, it would render a 3-dimensional image.
Ooh.
And we got a couple really cute, if I can, I will, if I'm allowed, I'll check with Kelly. I'll include one of them so you can see really like you can see her face.
Wow.
It's really cool.
I don't think we had that.
I'm
going to say we didn't have 3D
it's just
imaging.
And you could see that's exactly what's happening. It's like she just picks up a perspective, scans around, and then all of a sudden the computer, 3-dimensional image of her face. I'm like,
then
wow.
the printer comes out with a 3D printer and you have a baby.
It goes straight, yeah. And again, they're going straight to there. By the time she's done, she wipes her belly off and they're on her phone. Like they already texted all these pictures to us.
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool. But so here's the interesting part afterwards. There is a but. And they didn't show us
They didn't see the button. Okay.
No, they didn't show us the but. So of course, I send the picture to my sisters because they're interested, like my brother.
Yeah, he gets nothing.
My Kelly sends picture to her sister, and we're coming home. We're coming home, and Kelly says, "I said to my sister, I think she has your nose," and she agrees.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, my nose has been broken so many times.
If she has your nose,
this is not genetic.
This is not what it came out.
No, I do. I guess I have a. I don't know.
You don't have a bad nose.
No, but it's kind of, I don't know, on a little girl.
No, we don't want any of that stuff on a little girl.
So I thought that was amusing. I'm like, okay, they've determined that this little girl has my nose.
She's got your nose. Yes, she does.
Yeah.
I can tell on this 3D.
She has your
that's
nose.
kind of the same idea that that picture you showed.
Yeah.
When I looked at it and said, it's a boy.
Yeah.
I can tell by the jawline. And I don't know why I thought I had no proof.
Yeah.
I saw it.
You felt it.
I felt it. Yeah.
You felt it.
So you got the 3D image.
Yeah. A couple cute ones. One, she looks a little gassy. And then the other one is very.
It is your daughter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now
this is for you, Dad.
Yeah. That's it.
That's funny. Josie's already gassy.
So that was a very fun experience.
Yeah.
And then the last thing today I didn't get to go to, but Kelly went. She had a fetal echocardiogram. So just as an extra precaution, I guess because of our ages or whatever, they do an echocardiogram, so they check out the heart. Absolutely. But everything was already everything they saw in the scan that I was there for. When they went through the heart, you could see everything working, and
there wasn't a huge scare.
There wasn't anything.
Right.
So, and they did that, and everything looked great.
Awesome.
So that's the last thing to worry about, other than my parental skill.
Now it's just growing like fattening up the baby, right?
That's it. Just get bigger and bigger.
They say, right? Yeah,
that's
just
it.
make the.
So, and now it does change. The frequency changes now because we were on monthlies, and now we're going to be to every 2 weeks. To
go back,
another checkup. So
yeah.
So I'm sure there won't be scans every time, but there'll be check-ins like that.
So as we were talking about this and being New Year's Eve,
yep, New Year's Eve.
This is I would say our next big holiday after the New Year's Eve for us. I mean, Easter's right. What's before a big holiday?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but. Easter's a big religious.
Easter's the big one,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that's gonna be after baby Josie.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your first. This is your last kind of like Christmas as a
last holiday without a little kiddo.
It's very different.
Yeah.
You're gonna the way you just experienced Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And now New Year's next year.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. You're going to be a different person.
It's interesting because Kelly was actually talking to the girl, one of the nurses that was taking her blood, and she said, "I keep seeing all these cute things for Christmas, right, and wanting them now.
Right.
Like, I want them now." Yeah. And of course, the nurse is like, "Well, you can get them now. You're just not going to, that'll be it for next year." But yeah, no, I think we're both really looking forward to that. As you're saying that, I'm thinking, like, will she be able to have an Easter egg hunt? Like she'll be like 5 weeks old, but we could try.
I mean, you'll be doing it.
Rolling the egg at her. Come on, catch it. No, yeah.
But it changes everything.
Yeah.
In a good way, obviously, in a very special way. But just kind of take that in when we do our New Year's this year. This is your next year, everything Easter and on. It changed 4th of July and seeing the kids, with the fire, everything changes.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
You know, your eyes you're wide open to different. You're not looking through your eyes anymore. You're looking through your children and what they see and
what's this going to be like for them.
Yeah. So then shopping for next year's Christmas. That doorway is going to be not accessible. I mean, I'm going to have to go through the back way of the house.
It's going to be fun. I can't imagine what that will be like. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
I think we're both very excited for that stuff.
Yeah. No, it's going to be
fun. But all kinds of firsts now.
That's the thing. All kinds of firsts. The first you've already okay. A lot of times you have kids. You don't even have your first house yet.
Yeah.
Right? Because, people have kids young and they're renting or whatever. And you guys had all that first. You guys did that. You bought the homes. You got the careers.
Yep.
You got whatever you're going to be working at or retiring from.
Right. Yeah.
So now you can really enjoy these firsts.
Yeah. Yep.
Where I'm already been like.
In a very different way. Yeah. I'm like, when I think back, like the way I used to work in retail, if I had a kid in my 20s.
Right.
You know what it was like in retail. You, from Thanksgiving, really from before Thanksgiving till the Super Bowl, it was 6 days a week.
You were gone.
10, 12 hours a day.
Absolutely.
Like literally, like you had one day off. You were lucky if you had one day off that you could go shop for Christmas. You were working Christmas Eve. You had Christmas Day off. That was it.
Yep.
It was,
and you're worried about the next day.
Yeah, how I don't know how you would be able to enjoy that with a child.
That just brought me back. You're thinking, I remember being at work and my wife had to bring in my child that was dressed up for Halloween because I was working.
Yeah.
So they come into you and you're like, and because of that, on my Nicholas, I decided I have to get out of retail.
Yep.
That's when I went to banking.
Yeah.
Because, as they say, banker's hours,
Yeah.
Because I missed too many parties.
Yeah.
I missed too many things. And at the same time that I was having kids, my cousins, my brother, we were all having kids. So I was missing all the cousins.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
And that's why saying the first to you is a lot different because you guys already established, you're not in retail where you're working for somebody or, you're busy enough, but you can control what you're doing now.
Yeah, no,
right?
There's a lot more flexibility there.
Yeah, but you do miss a lot. Young parents miss a lot.
You barely had enough time to take care of yourself,
exactly.
let alone a kid.
Yeah.
So
absolutely happens.
Yeah, very different. But so we have a lot of awesome stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
So very cool. So, but that pretty much covers everything for what just happened.
Yeah.
And our last stop is to Lullaby Land. So this one, I think I talked about it in a previous episode, 1 or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. Just, YouTube music, as you listen to different stuff, it'll suggest things. And I came across this. It's a Billy Joel song.
Okay.
It's called Lullaby, spelled Lullabye. Lullaby. Goodnight My Angel is the name of the song.
Oh, God, another one's going to get me.
Oh, my God. In the context, so this is, again, Billy Joel, 1994, the River of Dreams album. I guess it was later adapted into a children's book. So, but there's an interview, I did a little research, and there's an interview, and he's talking about basically when he was splitting up, he wrote this song when he was splitting up with his wife, I'm guessing Christy Brinkley, when he was married to her, and his daughter.
We could be wrong.
We might be wrong, but he was talking about he's divorcing somebody.
Sure.
And his daughter was asking him questions about how things were going to work. Oh. And the song is about him really reassuring her that he's not going to disappear on her.
Right.
So it is absolutely very touching song.
Yeah,
very
can't
beautiful.
Wait to hear that one.
It's a great song. So that will be coming up next. Lullaby, Goodnight My Angel. Hopefully you guys like this one. And now this will be, I guess, once we get to 4.
Yeah, because
we won't count Santa Loves You because it's not really a lullaby. So maybe one more. We'll have 4, and we'll start to do some competitions to see who are the favorites. So far we've had I'll Take You Dreaming, and we've had Good Morning, and now we'll have Goodnight My Angel, Lullaby.
Okay.
So that's coming up next. But once again, thank you very much for joining us.
This has been fun, huh?
It has been fun. Hey. So is it going to be the end? This is the end of episode or end of season 1.
I was going to say, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm glad we started this.
I am too.
This is fun.
It is.
2025 is going to be awesome.
Going to be a heck of a year.
You're going to be doing things that you never thought you were going to do.
It's true.
And you're going to love every moment of it. Maybe not at that moment. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about it a year, 2 years later.
Yep.
And you're going to be like, oh my God, it's already 2 years later. Already 5
Yeah.
years. You know what I mean? So enjoy every moment of 2025. And I'm glad we're doing this. I hope this thing that we're building together explodes so everybody enjoys our stories and tells us about their lives and stories. So season 2 is going to be amazing. I'm going to keep saying it. Well, yes, this was our season 1. This was our 10 shows.
Yep.
We got picked up by the network.
We got picked up by somebody on the side of the road.
By Kelly and Trina.
We got picked up by Kelly and Trina.
We have our
approved
lawyers.
it. We got our thumbs up from our entertainment lawyer and our fact checkers. It said, do it again.
I wanted to thank you for including me in this project of yours.
Oh, this has been it really has been a lot of fun, and I enjoy it, and it's been I've honestly learned a lot. I've honestly learned a lot of stuff.
Me too.
And it's been enjoyable, and it's great to have to experience this with you.
Thank you.
It's been great. So Happy New Year. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Have a happy and healthy and safe New Year.
Yes.
And we will see you in season 2. Good night, my angel. Time to close your eyes and save these questions for another day. I think I know what you've been asking me. I think you know what I've been trying to say. I promised I would never leave you. You should always know, wherever you may go, no matter where you are, I never will be far away. Good night, my angel. Now it's time to sleep. Still so many things I want to say. Remember all the songs you sang to me when we went sailing on an emerald bay. And like a boat out on the ocean, I'm rocking you to sleep. The water's dark and deep inside this ancient heart. You'll always be a part of me. Good night, my angel. Now it's time to dream. Dream how wonderful your life will be. Someday your child may cry, and if you sing this lullaby, then in your heart there will always be a part of me. Someday we'll all be gone, but lullabies go on and on. They never die. That's how you and I will be. Well, folks, that's another episode of the Gray Hair and Daycare podcast in the books. Thanks very much for tuning in and spending this time with us. We hope it was fun. If you enjoyed this week's descent into the madness of dadness, be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any of our future adventures. And while you're at it, give us a like and share the cast with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Carrier Pigeon, whatever you crazy kids are using. Have any hilarious parenting stories of your own? Questions about navigating fatherhood later in life, or even when normal people do it? Email us at ghdc.podcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed.